Here's 5 questions I still have about the Switch 2 now that I've seen the Direct. First and foremost, and I think you'll agree this is most important, what's the deal with this guy? What's his thing? What's he doing? What's he about? I like him. The second question is one I think that's already come up a lot, which is what prompted them to just randomly bring Kinect back from the dead? Where did this camera come from? Where did this version of in-game chat that they've got come from? I have a lot of questions about this functionality, who it's for, what it's for, how it actually works. I feel like we're gonna have to wait and see on this one. Can you see yourself using this version of chat that Nintendo's come up with for the Switch 2? Get in the comments, let me know on that one. Thing number 3 is the mouse controller. What kind of utility does this mouse controller actually have? Like, how many games can we actually see it being used for? The wheelchair basketball game looks really cool, and I'm very happy to see the controller being used for that. How do you move that functionality from just being something else the Joy-Cons can do to being an essential component of the hardware, something you expect to find in every single game? A lot of questions about that. Thing number 4, the game key strategy is very interesting. I do in principle like that you can just get one copy of a game and share it amongst up to 4 players across systems. I think that's really good. It just eliminates the need for multiple people having to buy multiple copies of the same game in order to play together. I think that's really good, and we should encourage it. There should be more of that. I do think it opens potentially a can of worms for like the second-hand or resale market, so I'm very, very interested to see what will happen there. I'm very interested to see how companies like EB Games feel about something like this. ABC Gamer has put the question to Nintendo about how all of this will work. If they have anything to say about that, we will let you know. Fifth and final, and this I think is probably the big one, what will families make of this sky-high price point? If you didn't see, overnight Nintendo announced the Australian pricing for the Nintendo Switch 2, $699.95 for the console by itself, $750 if you'd like it with a copy of Mario Kart World. That is, I think, probably a little bit more than most people were expecting. Kind of one of the defining aspects of the original Switch was its affordability compared to something like the Xbox or the PlayStation. So for it to come in at what is pretty clearly PS5 pricing, it's a bit of a rude shock, so I'm interested to see what families who were expecting to buy multiple Switches for multiple children will feel about this. Those are my 5 outstanding questions on the Switch 2. What are yours? Get in the comments.